on our mats together. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can just practice on the floor. Might be softer if you're on a carpeted floor rather than a hard surface. We're going to roll down onto our backs, and we're going to start to focus on our breath. So if you have a yoga mat, move your feet so the little toes touch the width level of the mat. Otherwise, just have the feet comfortably apart. Have your knees touching. And you'll bring your hands down onto your lower abdomen. And I'm going to join my index fingers and thumbs together. So there's a diamond shape between my fingers. I'm going to place that down onto my lower abdomen, framing my belly button. Now allow your eyes to begin to soften. Moisten your lips with your tongue. Press the lips gently together. It's the duration of the class. We're going to breathe in and out only through our nose. Take the tip of the tongue away from your teeth. Start to relax your facial muscles. Let go of your shoulders. Allow the skin on your body to fall towards the floor. And now gently press your hands into your lower abdomen. This is stimulating the vagus nerve as it goes through the lower abdomen, which helps us to regulate our heartbeat with our breath and to calm our nervous system down. Turn your attention inward towards your breath. Deepen and lengthen your breath. Enjoy the experience of the breath entering the body and the breath leaving the body. And now I'd like you to start to counting your breath slowly to 5. Count your inhalation slowly to 5. Count your exhalation slowly to 5. Count your inhalation slowly to 5. Count your exhalation slowly to 5. Notice how the mind is already beginning to calm down. Bring a soft smile to the corners of your lips. Maybe feel a sense of joy beginning to resonate in the heart center. Keeping your breath long and smooth, let's take the hands off the abdomen, open the knees, heel toe your feet towards each other. And you want to feel that the inside of your feet are in parallel. Begin to pull the feet down into the mat or onto the floor, as if the soles of the feet were growing roots down. Notice how the back of your pelvis changes shape on the mat. As you inhale, draw the breath into the sides of your rib cage. And as you exhale, imagine you could spread the skin on the back waist to the corners of the mat, like you were spreading a t-shirt or a jumper on your back. Now we're going to bring the left knee in towards our chest, interlace your fingers around your shin, and as you exhale, slowly draw the knee in towards your chest, heading more towards the armpit. And now extend your right leg away. Extend your inner ankle bone down to the inner heel on your right leg. Flex your right foot so the toes are pointing up towards the sky. And now activate the muscles in your right leg. So pull your kneecap up towards your thigh. You'll feel your leg muscles come on. And press the front of the thigh into the back of the thigh. See if you can get contact between the back of the leg and the mat. Don't worry if you can't. It's the direction that's important, not the final shape of the pose. As you inhale, breathe into the sides of your rib cage. And as you exhale, broaden the skin on your back waist, gently drawing that knee in towards your armpit. And then you're going to let go of the knee slightly and extend the leg to straight directly over your hip socket. Take your leg and pull the top of the leg down heavily so you feel the top of the leg down on the floor. Straighten your leg by pulling up on the kneecap and now rotate your ankle round. Really important that we have flexibility in the soles of the feet and in our ankles. It affects the movement in the whole of our body. Circle your ankle round the other way. And then draw the knee back in towards your chest, keeping your right leg still active on the floor. And you're going to take your left hand, stretch it out. See if you can take the sole of the foot and lift the sole of the foot up towards the sky with the knee still into your armpit. Now don't worry if you can't get the sole of the foot. You could be lifting the leg, holding the back of your thigh or holding the outside of your calf. See if you can keep the foot flat up towards the sky and the knee still drawing into your armpit. Breathe deeply. So if you've forgotten your breath, inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 5. Now keep drawing the knee into your armpit. We're going to roll up to seated, still holding our leg. So as you inhale, you roll up, and as you exhale, you roll back. This takes a little bit of practice, so don't worry if you don't get it first time. You can put your right hand down to help you. Inhale, press into the right hand to come up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll up. This time we'll stay seated. Put the sole of the foot down on the floor. Use your hands to draw it in as much as you can towards the body. Sit tall, as if you could lengthen up the front side of your body. And as you sit tall, feel that both sit bones are on the floor. Now the right leg becomes lighter. See if you could lift the right leg up and down off the floor. Again, don't worry if you can't. Just the action will start a movement inside the body, mind-muscle connection. And then we're going to bring both legs out in front of us. Put the soles of the feet down on the floor and pull the soles of the feet down. Make sure the knees are in line. The hips are facing the front of your mat. You can put your right hand round the front of your leg. Put your left hand behind you. Now as you inhale, really lengthen up through the spine. Sit as tall as you can. Keep the inner thighs contracted, the knees together. And as you exhale, turn your body towards the back hand. Keep the chin in the center of your chest. We're not turning the neck. We're turning the center of your spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Hold it there. Make sure the knees are still together. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, come back to center. And you're going to soften the tailbone underneath you so you can roll back to the mat. And we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. Interlace the hands around the front of your shin. Draw that knee in towards your armpit. This is a lovely way of opening up the lower back, making space in the body. Extend your left leg to straight. Flex the left foot. Pull up on your left kneecap. And extend the inside of your heel and your ankle bone away from you. So you really feel you're getting some length. Press the front of the thigh into the back of the thigh, gently bringing the right knee closer into your armpit. And then we're going to extend the right leg. Flex the foot. Make sure the leg is pulled down into its hip socket. So the top of the leg is heavier on the floor. Rotate your ankle round. Rotate the ankle round the other way. Keep pulling up on both kneecaps so the legs are straight or as straight as you can get them. And then you're going to bend the leg again, interlace the fingers around the shin, draw the leg in towards you. And then you're going to straighten out your right hand, take the sole of the foot if you can. Again, don't worry if you can't, it comes with practice. So if it's your first ever class, maybe you've got your hand behind the thigh, maybe your foot's not directly up towards the sky. Do what you can and focus on still breathing deeply. And again, maybe you want to use your left hand to help you when we roll up to seated. Inhale, roll up. If you can hold the foot and keep the connection with the outside of the leg to the inside of the arm. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back. One more. Inhale, roll up. And then you're going to bend the leg, put the heel down as close as you can to the bottom. Sit up really tall as if you could lengthen all the front skin of the body, shoulder blades away from your ears. See if you could float the left leg up and down off the floor. Again, don't worry if you can't. Maybe if it's just a small action in the leg, a small movement. And then step the feet out in front of you. You want to have the feet close enough to you that you can really pull the feet down into the mat. You can put the left hand around the front of your legs. Keep your knees together. Keep the inner thighs squeezed, hips facing the front, right hand behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, come back to center. Very good. So we're going to bring the legs round to the side. We're going to put the hands down onto the mat. And we're just going to make sure the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. You're going to tuck the toes underneath you. You're going to walk your hands back towards you. You're going to lift the knees off the floor and you're going to drag the hands up the front of your legs as you slowly uncurl. Keep the knees bent. Coming up to standing. Walk to the front of your mat. Now press the soles of the feet down into the floor. Lift up on the inner thighs. Pull up on your kneecaps. See if you can get all the muscles of your legs really turned on. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Very good. Now inhale for a count of 5. Bring the back of your head up. Exhale for a count of 5. Front ribs quiet, shoulder blades down. Really pulling up on the legs, pulling the feet into the floor. Really improving the posture, shining your heart forwards, lifting the navel into the back of the spine. So inhale, lengthen, bring your arms out to the sides. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forwards. Put your hands down to the floor. Don't worry if the hands don't come all the way to the floor. You can step the feet further apart. You can bend the knees more. And then inhale, bring your hands up your legs and see if you can bring your heart forward. And then maybe you can straighten the back of your legs, breathing deeply. Exhale, put the hands down on the mat. Step back onto your knees. And now we're going to ripple through the spine, starting from our tailbone. So if you find it difficult to be on the knees, you could pad the knees. I've just got a towel here. I'm going to fold the towel over several times and put my knees on the towel. That's much more comfortable if you have any knee issues. So moving from the tailbone, as you inhale, you lift your tailbone up, let the pelvis come down, and then move through one vertebra at a time. Bring your chest forward, lift your chin up. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, and then lift the pelvis up, the middle back up, the shoulder blades up, and bring the head down. Very good. Once more like that. Keep the head down. Inhale, move from the tailbone first. See if you can mobilize each part of your spine in turn. And then exhale, tailbone underneath your chin and head stays up, still looking up. Lift the navel into the back of your spine, really dome that shoulder blades up. Press through your hands away from the floor, head comes down, and then come into neutral. Very good. And now we're going to move through the hips. So as you inhale, you're going to slide your foot forwards, keeping the foot on the floor. See if you can bring the knee into your forehead and really pull the navel into the back of your spine, down your shoulders up. Exhale, go back. Keep the toes on the floor. Inhale, bring the toes forward, still on the mat or the floor, and really press the forehead in. Press through the hands, straight arms, no bent elbows. Exhale, leg back. Inhale, knee in. Really stretch the upper back. Press your shoulder blades up to the sky. Exhale, take the leg back. Now we'll do 3 on the other side. So left leg. As you inhale, bring the knee in. Touch the knee to your forehead. As you exhale, send it back. Check you're not moving the rest of the spine or the pelvis. Keep the rest of the body as still as possible. Control the movement. Squeeze your navel into your spine. Keep the toes on the floor at all times. One more. Use the breath. Inhaling and exhaling only through the nose. Very good. And then you're going to move the knees to the side of the mat, press your toes together, slip back into child's pose. Stretch your hands forward. Now, as you inhale, draw the breath up the front side of the body. If you could stretch all the skin on your body. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath you. Make sure the inner thighs are pressing backwards. And if you have pain in the knees here and find child's pose difficult, you can put the towel behind the back of your legs, press it right into the knee joint. And then when you fall back, it gives you more space in the knees. It may be that your bottom doesn't come to the heels, doesn't matter. So if you bring your heart forward, wiggle your fingers forward, breathe really deeply. And then inhale, come back up to all fours. I'm going to get rid of the towel. Just circle through the hips a little bit. Very good. Now we're going to step our right leg forward between our hands. We're going to use the same action that you just did of picking the navel up into the back of the spine, flexing your foot, bringing your foot forward. So if that didn't work for you, you can use your hand to help you. Maybe get your foot here and then you can lift it with your hand, step it forward, lift your hands up. Lift your hands to the sky, palms together. Now as you exhale, turn the little fingers away from you. Make the biggest circle you can with your arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, little fingers out to the side, make a big circle. Once more, inhale, hands up. Exhale, little fingers out to the side, make a big circle. Put your hands down, framing your foot. Tuck your back toes under, straighten your back leg. Look forward, see if you can lift the chest forwards, come up onto your fingertips. Exhale, put your knee down, step your right leg back. Take a breath, wiggle through the hips if you're feeling any tension in the spine. Now we'll do the same on the left. Inhale, step your left leg forward. So you're really squeezing the navel in to get it there. But if you can't pull up in the navel enough, you can use your hands. So maybe they get the toes to the floor and then you step your foot forward. Breathe, lift up with the arms. Nice, tall, straight spine. Lengthen the skin on the front body. Hands facing each other. Inhale, lengthen. Now as you exhale, turn the little fingers out, make a big circle. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, little fingers out to the side, make a big circle. Check your pelvis is still facing forward. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, little fingers out to the side, make a big circle. Put the hands down either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift up on your back leg. Lift the back of your back knee cup up to the sky. Maybe come under your fingertips. Draw your heart forward as you inhale. Draw the inner thighs together. And then float your back knee down. Come back onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Press your bottom up towards the sky. Press through the base of your index finger and thumb. Downward facing dog. And you don't have to have your heels on the floor. Downward dog is about having a long, straight spine, not about having straight legs. So you could bend the legs, tip your pelvis forward more. Press your hands down into the mat more. Lengthen your arms, lengthen through the back. Breathe deeply. Direct the breath into the sides of your rib cage. As you exhale, pull your navel in and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale, direct the breath into the sides of your ribs. Exhale, broaden the back waist, lift your navel in. One more deep breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your knees down to the floor. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Tuck your toes under. Draw the hands up the front of the legs. Keep your knees bent and uncurl slowly. And then we're going to walk to the front of the mat. And now we're going to put those things together. So stand down in the feet as you inhale deeply, pull up on your kneecaps, lift the skin on the front side of the body. As you inhale, bring your arms out to a T. Exhale, bend your knees, bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, straighten your spine. Put the hands on your legs. Can you bring your heart forward? Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back onto all fours. Very good. Inhale, bring your right leg through. Place the foot between the hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shoulder blades down. Make sure your back hip is coming forward. Turn your little fingers out. Make a big circle with the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, little fingers out. Make a big circle. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, little fingers out. Make a big circle. Put your hands down on the mat. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, straighten your back leg. Maybe you lift up onto your fingertips. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Very good. Now put your hands to the floor. If you want to challenge yourself, you can step your right leg back. Press the little toe side of the foot down into the mat. This is called plank. Stretch your head forwards. Lift the front body into the back body. Squeeze the outside of the legs and the inside of the legs. Exhale, put your knees down. Very good. Take a breath. Now pull your navel into the back of your spine. As you inhale, you're going to step your left leg forward. Lift the body up. Exhale, shoulder blades down. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure your back hip is coming forwards. Exhale, little fingers out to the side. Make a big circle. Inhale, up. Exhale, little fingers out. Make a big circle. Inhale, up. Exhale, little fingers out. Make a big circle. Put your hands down, frame your front foot. Keep looking forwards with the chest. Tuck your back toes. Straighten your back leg. Maybe come onto your fingertips to lift your chest forwards. Squeeze your inner thighs. And then if you want to challenge, put your hands down on the floor. Step your leg back. Press into the feet to get the little toe side of the foot down. Lift your bottom up towards the sky so it's not sagging. Head forward. Last long inhalation for 5. And exhale slowly for 5. Put your knees down. Tuck your toes underneath you. Come up to seated. And we'll close our short practice today by bringing our arms up to the sky and then bringing them through our heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra. It's a sign of respect, not a religious gesture. Put your thumbs into your heart. And as you inhale, lift your breastbone forwards. Shine your light strongly into the world. And then we'll bow our chin, surrendering our head to our heart. And we say a traditional yoga greeting, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed the class.